First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. From the gun, it's Allen. Complete. Jefferson the target. That'll give him 8 that time. 3rd and 7 now.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Lamb will go in motion. Allen now looks to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
An inside give to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
That is caught. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Allen now on the option right. And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
will
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Looking to put a drive together. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Another run for Gibbs here. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
3rd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
Of 14 yards.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Oh, look at the juke. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here's 2nd and 3. Now a toss play to Gibbs. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him right where it all started. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
4th down, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Now a first down carry by Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
On play action, Allen. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Allen going to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Now it's Jackson. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Play action. Now Jackson. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Detroit Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
To throw again is Jackson. Short pass here taken in by Laporta. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd down and 4. Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, they're certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
2nd and 10. Now Allen. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Bates' kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. 1 second, all that remains. A final shot before half for Allen. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Nifty move. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They go play action now. Jackson. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
At the 36-yard line.
Gibbs will get it. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Jackson from the shotgun. Working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Lions first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
A gain of 3, second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Gibbs. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. They struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here is 3rd and 5. Now Jackson. Now open, and St. Brown has got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. Give him 30 yards there.
First down.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Gibbs will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. Montgomery is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Jackson. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you to bigger errors.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 33, here's second down at 7. They'll send the tight end in motion. So the shotgun snap to Allen. This one brought in by Jefferson. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he's up to the 43. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. Lamb in motion left. Allen going underneath. He's got Hockenson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Out of bounds.
Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Throwing now is Allen. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the fourth quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's a second and 5. To the air, Allen. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Allen now looks to throw. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. To throw, it's Allen. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. CeeDee Lamb, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings moving away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently. Right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead. Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
That's good.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
10 at the 50-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the give, here's Gibbs. Room here to run. And the Vikings use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Handoff now to Gibbs. Down at the 35, it'll be second down. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Second and 7. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now it's Jackson. He's got it to Williams.
Jackson's pass complete to Jameson Williams. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 9-yard line.
On second down, here's the option. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
On third down, here's Gibbs. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. Bates' kick is good. Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Detroit Lions. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Allen going to go to the air right away. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
18 more yards there and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Allen off the play fake. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they're going to be settled down around the 15-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
That's another.
Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it? Kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play.
Kirby Joseph there to drop it.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They need 2. Here's third down. Allen going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're such a talented team of defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And his kick is indeed good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Well, now how about this return? And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. And Detroit getting set to go now. Looking to put a drive together. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Well,
we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that out.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. David Onyemata
A loss of 6
busting
yards.
through to get him for a loss of 6. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
It's Williams on the catch. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Jackson will keep it. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. Jackson now. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. He'll take it inside the 25.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
At the Falcons' 24-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Called a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
A loss of 7.
The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing, the O-line coach will.
So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now Allen. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Allen. Throw left side. There's London. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Middle of the field to Jefferson. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. He will find his man Chase complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
1st and goal, Atlanta.
They'll run with Robinson. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Jefferson moving in motion left. Here's Allen to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Josh Allen, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Lions 3.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Oh, able to avoid him. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He's got right on the short throw. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
It's a gain of
11 yards there and a Lion first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage, they can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
That's another Detroit Lions first down.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trail by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Jackson. A quick hitter complete. It's Gibbs. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Falcon football.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Short throw caught by Pitts. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Here's 3rd and 7. To the air, Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Robinson up the middle. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard to the 49.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
To throw, it's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
Well, certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
At the 14-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. This is caught by Williams. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
It's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now run by Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
at the 22-yard
After seeing that,
line.
maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Now Jackson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Lions first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Now it's Jackson. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Jackson. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 47 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to them.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Looking to put a drive together. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
He's taken down.
End result of that, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Allen now looks to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Falcons, first down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Short throw caught by Pitts. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on his team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want to catch the football first. You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Allen going to throw. That is caught. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Allen. That's out wide here for Robinson. Well, the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
It's a gain of 8.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They'll run here with Algier. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Second down, goal to go. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10.
Falcons 17, Lions 10.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So Lamar Jackson in the offense, down by 7, a little over a minute to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Now Jackson. Going underneath. Gibbs has it. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He's got McLaurin. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Jackson. Jackson going to keep it. And he'll work it across midfield and inside the 45. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
At the 43-yard line.
Here's first down. Jackson. St. Brown making the catch on the out route.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
9 seconds, no timeouts left. One last shot for Jackson. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. It all came down to one final jump ball on the Hail Mary, but partner, the defense was ready, able to force it to be incomplete. Ball game over.
Look, let's face it, everybody wants to work the ball in closer and take a more high percentage pass to try and tie the game, but the Hail Mary, that's what they had to work with. And now they're just hoping that their jumpers can get up higher and are stronger than the defenders. Not the case in this instance. They end up losing the game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Detroit.
Just west of downtown, you get a look at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson on hand. There's John Parker Romo to get us started. And we are underway here in Atlanta. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to be stopped up at the line to begin this ball game.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
Nowhere to go. He is taken down. David Onyemata in there for a loss of 5 on the sack. And now it's third down.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Second and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. To the left side, caught by Chase. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
12 yards.
They get 12 yards on that pass. It's good for a Falcon first down.
At the 47-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Finds room inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down. Give him 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
That'll be fun. It's Tyler Algier. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Brings up second and 2 at the Lions' 28-yard line.
They go play action now. Here's Allen. To the right. That's Pitts. Trying to at least get back to the line of scrimmage, but he doesn't do it. That's a loss of a yard. And leading to third down.
Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time. Comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
On third down, it's Allen. That one finds Chase. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
first down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now here's Tyler Algier out of BYU. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
Gain of a yard.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seed he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Romo's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. He's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this opening quarter. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Falcons with the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Lions ball to begin this second quarter. We'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet, but the reason he went there so fast is because he was triggered to that target from the blitz.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
That's quickly out to Williams. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
To Jameson Williams. A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
It's 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. He'll try to run for it. He's going to have a Lions first down by about 3 yards or so. Wind up getting 7, facing 3rd and 4.
And the Lions.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Now Lamar going to hang on to it, and nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
And that is incomplete.
A little miscommunication there, and that brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Here's Jack Fox now. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Falcons offense about ready to get going. On their second possession, they were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a first down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
To Kyle Pitts. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Allen now on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Throw taken by Pitts. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
That one into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
3 yards.
Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Two first downs, and they are at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. To throw again, it's Allen. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Robinson, he's lost the ball. And the Lions have come up with the football.
Recovered by the Lions.
They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. The Lions call their first timeout. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. They'll stop the clock at 24 seconds to go until halftime.
At the 38-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now Jackson. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Detroit Lions, 1st down. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Lions.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. The motion man here is McLaurin. Jackson up top again. That one out wide to Gibbs.
Jackson's pass complete to Jahmyr Gibbs. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
We have hit halftime. We'll take a quick break. Come back. Second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just one score, one lone field goal. All these two teams could muster in half number 1. What awaits us here in the second half? He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Falcons offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Kirby Joseph. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead. A 1st down throw for Jackson. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And it'll be 2nd down.
We see this so often. They call it sudden change. So they teach defenses, Mike. This is a little predictable here. They teach defenses. If we have to take the field following a turnover or some sort of sudden change situation, expect a deep play, expect a trick play. It's just the way offensive coordinators call plays immediately after taking over the possession. And in this case, the defense was ready for it and falls incomplete. I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Lamar Jackson.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down. Now Gibbs. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
2nd down. Jackson. And he's out of bounds, gain of about 10, so that'll help as they get set to face a third down.
That's a gain of 10.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Fourth down, Jackson. That one, Amon-Ra, safe ground. Touchdown, Detroit.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
7, Falcons 3.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense headed back to take over once more. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw. And they'll be set up now. Past the 40 with that one. They'll gain 17 on that one. It's very quick. 1st down.
And the Falcons.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time. Great placement. Nice big pickup.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
Ball carrier. Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Fake the handoff, and now it's Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Left side in the hands of London. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a 1st down.
And I think it's really been to all of our surprise. We haven't really had to say his name very much so far, and I think you can give the defense all the credit for that. There's his first catch of the game, and it comes here in the 3rd quarter.
Now Allen on 1st down. To the left side and taken in by Jefferson. And he will not make it to the end zone, but he's down inside the 5-yard line.
It's a gain of 38 yards.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. 38 yards.
1st and goal.
So it's man coverage, Mike. You have to keep track of who your responsibility is. And in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open. Short throws turn into long runs, and they're inside the red zone.
And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
I'd like to see that run running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Throwing on second down. It's out. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown Falcons. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. This one to McLaurin. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards on the
I think both of us came away from our discussions with the coaches thinking that this guy was going to have a massive role in this one, but after only his first catch of the game, let's give credit where it's due. This defense, man, they've held him in check throughout.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Lions 1st down. A gain of 5. And the Lions 1st down.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On to the 4th quarter, and it begins with a run by Gibbs. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The Falcons offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Allen's going to keep it on the zone read. And a nice gain, getting this to about the 23-yard line. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
It's the combination of size and speed that really differentiates Josh Allen from the rest of the quarterbacks in the league. So it makes a lot of sense that they're going to get the ball in his hands as often as possible, and we just saw why there.
A gift, and here comes Robinson. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Two nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
On first down, right back to Robinson. The Lions all their first time out. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Second down and 3. They'll go again with Robinson. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yards.
Taken down back at the 42.
Here comes 3rd and 6. From the gun, Josh Allen. That's complete. He's got it to London. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he will lose yardage on the play and get back to midfield.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
Inside the 30-yard line. 22 yards to pick up there. First down, Atlanta.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Allen down to an 8, and that should do it. Good drive so far, but this is a big hurdle. It is 3rd and 10. So it's a win here for the Falcons. Points were at a premium in this one, but they're able to eke out the victory in this low-scoring affair. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Falcons are winners as we say so long from Atlanta.